everybody. Good evening. I apologize for coming on the air a little late tonight. I was thinking I was going to have a bigger story for you tonight, but didn't pan out. So we're going to jump right into the news because I got a few things I want to talk about. Right off the bat, we're going to jump right feet first into the weather. And right here at Kennedy Studios in Spring Hill, we have a beautiful 68.8 degrees, but very muggy, 82% humidity, and we got no wind. So just another normal, crappy Spring Hill night. You gotta love Florida weather, folks. So, first thing I see in international news is Samsung widens their lead over Apple as smartphone sales hit 1 billion. So for those Apple fans out there, it looks like Samsung's kicking their butt. Now me, I just had a Galaxy S3. I don't know what the heck it is. It was before the thing got gigantic again. And I loved the phone. It was great. All the apps that everybody else was using for everyday stuff, I was bragging that they had iPhones. It was working just fine on my Galaxy. But unfortunately, I don't have the Galaxy anymore. I now have an iPhone. And I got to say, I'm extremely, extremely satisfied with my iPhone. It does things that I had no idea these things could do. This Siri, that's quite fun. As a matter of fact, let's see what Siri's doing. Let's see if she can help us talk shit. What do you think? Let's ask Siri to help us talk shit. Hold on. Siri, will you help us talk shit? Let's see what she says.
But.
She said, but. Okay. Well, Siri, you just lost your job on the show. Sorry. Anyway, the main reason I bought the iPhone, like I was saying, was I had to use it for the app on my helicopter so I can have a full point of view as our flying camera is up in the air. And for those of you that are listening, that camera is available for rent with a pilot. Just give us a call here at the studio, and you can get that number off our Facebook page, which is www.talkshit. See, I do that every time, man. I don't know what it is about this damn website that I screw up. Any other website I can get just fine, but this my Facebook page, you'd think the most important thing about the show, I would get it right. Let's try that again. www.facebook.com/TalkShitTV show. See? There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now, if I had my sound effects queued up right, which, because I was late, I don't have my sound effects queued up right. Right then and there, I would have played the applause because, I got it right. So anyway, sorry, folks. I'm babbling. Had a good day. I was over at Real News Real Fast's studio, helping them with a episode that they're doing, debate on the benefits of medical cannabis and the pros and cons, if there are any. So we went back and forth for a little while. The show's going to be great. I'll bring the airing date to you as soon as I get it. And, we'll try and get the episode up on our wall as well. Want to thank Tom Lemons at Real News Real Fast for having us there. And we had a good time. Got some good things talked about, which brings us over to Real News Real Fast. Top story is a city bus was evacuated due to a possible fire in Brooksville. You have to excuse me, folks. Somebody keeps trying to call my cell phone while I'm on the air here. So we'll just shut it off. Top story right there. That's it. That's what we got. And then we still got this deputy that's in the news here that was terminated, charged with false imprisonment and battery now. Looks like William Martinez lost his job. You should hope so. And is being charged with false imprisonment and battery. So what does that mean? He locked her up in the car and sexually assaulted her? Beat her up? Because she said one thing, and now the charges say that. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. Here we are. what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 cops in the news in the last 3 months, for anywhere from, well, here we go, battery to child neglect, thievery, a couple vice, just the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it's just, it really frustrates me that when you try to get to the bottom of it and find out what's really going on and you ask the questions, the answer is, so I don't understand. We really need to find out what's going on here and have something done, because with all these deputies in the news getting arrested, it makes you wonder, these are the people that we pay to protect and serve. Spoke to someone today about a sinkhole problem, and it looks like the infamous he did it, she did it, we didn't sign the paperwork deal is back into play. I'm not going to make any references towards any insurance companies or anything, but you know, the citizens of this place will not stand for it much longer. Anyhow, let's move on to some international news. And then I want to get on to a little bit of cannabis news. Because of the show today with Tom, I'd like to just bring it over and see if we can't give you a little history. I think you'll be interested. A lot of people, I know I was when I found this information out. Excuse me. So it looks like U.S. is allowing the internet giant to disclose more data on government spying. I don't know how that makes you people feel, but my whole business, everything I do, broadcast to you, is done by the internet. Now, not that we have, you know, any kind of issues that we have to worry about. We're sending out subliminal signals to everybody and anything like that, but let's face it, folks. You know, my privacy is my privacy. Your privacy is your privacy. What you do in your own home, that's your business. Nobody else's. The government, local police, nobody has the right to infringe on your own privacy. And when they start doing that, that's when they start taking away our rights even more than they already have. That's when they start controlling us and telling us what, when, how, where. And that's really, I think, in my opinion, and let me just disclaim this, that talk shit is all about opinion only, mine, and opens up an invite to anybody that wants to come on to the show, talk shit, and talk shit. But that is my opinion about that subject. I do believe that we, the people, you need to unite, come together, and stand up against the number one enemy we have right now is our government. Our government has made it a point to try and control us. If they could, they would. If they could, let me put it to this way, and I'm sorry for the pause, but I'm trying to put this delicately. If they could, martial law would be invoked. And for those of you that know what happens with martial law, then you know that they can come in your house, ask you a question. If you do not answer, they can take your life. I'm not saying they will, but they can. And for those of you who have any run-ins and know about brutality amongst authority, then you know what I mean. So back to this whole spying issue. I think Mr. Snowden is a hero for what he did. Maybe he opened the people's eyes a little more. And hopefully with what he has done, the people will realize what our government is trying and doing. And it's not that they're trying to do it. They're already doing it. I'm hoping to get a friend of mine out. Shout out to him. I haven't seen you in a long time. You're supposed to come on the show with me a while ago. No hard feelings, all good. But I'd love to get you on the show again. And again, I'm not going to mention any names, but I do think you know who I'm talking about, who you are. You're supposed to do the show with me in the beginning. So if that doesn't give it away, I don't know what does. But I do know that politically, this gentleman could really shed some light on a lot of subjects that I do believe a lot of people are ignorant to. And speaking of ignorant, what is with the drivers here in Spring Hill? Oh my God, you people suck. Make a U-turn in the middle of Spring Hill. That's fine. Spring Hill Drive and Mariner right there. That's fine. That's fine. But step on the gas and get the hell out of the way. Don't dilly-dally in the middle of, do I want to go this way? I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. I don't know. Who cares about these people behind me? They got nothing better to do. Get out of the way, people, please. And I think the next petition we need to start is once you hit 55 years old, you should be freaking eye tested and road tested at least once a year. That might solve a little of that problem. Anyway, let's move on to some more international news. I don't know how much time I got here. As you know, the show's only about a half hour, folks. We're working on that, though. Once we get the live stream going, the video stream, we have unlimited broadcasting time. So at that point, we are just going to try and fill the airways with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of talk shit, which ought to be actually pretty interesting because from what everybody tells me, I have a natural-born gift of talking shit. And again, please, little disclaimer I'm going to throw out there. If I say something that offends anybody, if I might offend your mom, your aunt, your uncle, anything about what I'm talking about, please understand it's just my opinion. This is what the show's about, talk shit. And other than that, I really don't care if I offend you because I wouldn't have my show if I didn't have people to talk about. Not that, you can't come on here and talk shit about me. I invite it. Open it up. Microphone sitting there empty. Nobody in the chair. I'll go back and forth with anybody. It doesn't matter. That's what the show's all about, talking shit. As long as you can take it, then I can give it. As long as you can give it, I can take it. So, let's move on to something that has got my interests very piqued. This whole medical cannabis thing here in Florida, the debate is now on the ballot come November. You guys will be voting for it. And that is a really great thing for those who need it. It is a major step forward in human evolution. Let's put it that way on a grand scale. No, it's a good thing. There are a lot of people out there that legitimately need it. There's a lot of people out there that illegitimately want it. I salute the ones who legitimately need it and are responsible with it. And to those of you who just want to get high, go move to Nebraska or something like that, man. Florida's already screwed up enough. Legislation in this state, the way things are done, I don't understand. Sometimes I wonder, does Washington even pay attention to what's going down here, or do they just come down here, grab some votes, and dip? I never was one for following politics, but I guess I'm going to have to start. So let's move on to a little bit of cannabis talk here, and I just want to give you a little bit of background and history, and just to let you know that I just found this all out today. I just looking for content, just figured this would pique some interests. I Google searched medical cannabis statistics, and one of the top sites that comes up is procon.org. And I'd say, let's see, on the left-hand side, you'll see a little tan column. It says historical timeline. And to start off, the Chinese Emperor Fu, his references marijuana as a popular medicine? Okay. So that's his name, Emperor Fu His. Oh, okay. So back in 2900 BC, this emperor used medical cannabis. Let's see. Does it say what he used it for? Seem to make reference. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it probably does, but I can't see that far because that monitor is so far away. We're going to have to move that. All right, so then let's move on. I mean, I'm not going to go every 100 years, but let's move on. Let's get up to about 1450 BC. The book of Exodus references holy anointing oil made from cannabis. The book of Exodus. Okay. So now we'll move on and we'll go to 700 BC. Medical use of marijuana in the Middle East recorded in the Vinidad. I thought that was pretty interesting. So let's just keep moving on to 1 AD. Ancient Chinese text recommends marijuana for more than 100 ailments. But now here, this is the most interesting thing. And for those of you who have been saying that marijuana is the devil's drug and blah, 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 the whole religious thing, which I am not, you'll never hear me talk about it. In 30 AD, Jesus already uses anointing oil made from cannabis. Jesus used cannabis. So what does that tell you? I can't make it any. We could just stop the show right here. That's it. It's done. Jesus used cannabis. See? All right. So now let's move on to, let's say, the 800s, the 900s, where it was used as medicine in the Arabic world, labeled lethal poison by others. Okay, so others labeled it lethal poison, but the Arabics were using it as medicine. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Arabics use quite a bit. That and the Japanese people, man, I gotta say, some of the food they eat, that could be a whole nother story. All right, so let's move on to let's jump over here to 1600s. Jamestown settlers bring marijuana to North America. Hold on, wait. What did I just say? Let me repeat that. In 1611 through 1762, the Jamestown settlers bring marijuana to North America. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Let's jump all the way up to the 1840s. It becomes a mainstream medicine in the West. Mainstream. Just another 10 years later, what am I saying? Another 10 years later, it was added to U.S. Pharmacopoeia. Copia, sorry. Told you I can't see the damn monitor. All right, so now we'll move on to the 1900s. All right, here's where us humans really got so smart that we were stupid. Cannabis used for asthma, bronchitis, the loss of appetite in South Asia. Well, we know about that. That'll help. But that was in the 1900s. So by 1906, Pure Food and Drugs Act required labeling of medicine, including cannabis. So that means the Pure Food and Drug Act. See, I'm stuttering. I get so excited. You guys hear this from me every night. They required labeling of the medicine, keyword. All right, so back in 1911, Massachusetts became the first state to outlaw cannabis. Well, that's because we didn't know anything about it. And then back in 1915 is when President Wilson he started the fight. He started the war that we are now winning. And well, you do the math. 1915 to 2014. It's been going on a long time. So now we got prohibition. This is interesting. In 1918, the U.S. pharmaceutical farms grow 60,000 pounds of cannabis annually. U.S. pharmaceutical. Yeah. So, moving on, we are now to 2014. We have 21 states that it's legal. We have 9 that it's proposed. I do believe there's already 10 medicines that have been on the market for a while that are derived from medical cannabis. On the show tonight, that's what our show was about. Tom Lemon's Real News Real Fast, his show called Our Show. Excuse me, I'm going to start squeaking if I don't take a drink here. And we went back and forth, just debating on medical cannabis, and it was a good show. Very entertaining. I had a good time. So moving on, I do want to talk about what other people's feelings are about friendship. Friendship's a funny thing. Friendship's one of those, could be 4-letter words. There are few people in this world that you can actually, honestly, truly call your friend. Now, just recently, I have definitely realized who my true friends are. And the ones that know that I'm talking about you have stuck by my side no matter what I've done, no matter who I've done it to. And for that, I thank you. And for those who call yourselves a friend, but are only a friend, what I like to call a friend with a need, they're the type of people that are only friends when they need something. And I just realized that I had quite a few of those. Quite a few. So I would like to thank them. I would like to thank them very much for opening my eyes and making me realize who my true friends are. Making me realize that I was wasting my time on you and any energy that I had put forth, and the ones who have stuck by me and who continue to stick by me and talk to me every day. And I mean, it doesn't have to be every day, but those who stuck by me and those who I'm talking about know who I'm talking about them. I thank you. I thank you because that is what a true friend is. And I hope one day every one of you get to experience what a true friend is. It doesn't come by very often. So, without a further ado, I think we're going to end the show here. I think I've been babbling on enough. I appreciate the listeners. I'm sorry I didn't open the phone lines tonight. We did have the technical difficulties last night. Phone lines didn't exactly work as planned. Plus, nobody got off their butt and called me, except for my DJ friend, Daisy Venus there. She was the only one that called me, and that sucked. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you tuning in to talk shit. You have a good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow when it's time to talk some more shit.